are going to start with our fold. So turn your paper so it looks like a diamond or a rhombus. Your job will be to take this corner to this corner, and let me show you how it's done. First, I line up the corners to make sure they match, and as soon as I see them together, I hold it down with one hand and then smush with the other hand. Give me a thumbs up once you're done with that part. All right. Make your triangle look like mine. Flat on the bottom and then point away from you. How I fold this side is I keep my finger right in the center, right underneath that point, and then I'm going to take this corner to this corner, like this. This one, I'm going to do the same thing. Make sure it matches up and lines up. With one hand, I hold it, and then the other hand, I fold it. You should have a triangle that looks just like this. So 2 folds and we are done. Okay? The next step is going to be on the back of your paper, write your name. I'm going to write my last name and your art code. What I want you to do is count the letters in your name. I have 7. You're going to write the number and circle the number of letters in your name. If you have an odd number, you will have 1 middle letter. So if you have 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, you will all have 1 middle letter. Okay, so let's find my middle letter. 1, 2, 3, right here, right in the middle. And you know it's your middle letter because you have the even amount of letters on each side. Okay. Now let's just say my name is Emma. Emma has 4 letters in her name. Even numbers, if you have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 letters in your name, you will have 2 middle letters. Circle those. And let's wait for the next step. All right, starting with my odd number friends. My odd number friends is going to have 1 middle letter. So what you're going to do is turn your paper over and lightly draw on the crease. You're going to erase these lines. So just do 1 triangle, lightly draw on the crease. Your middle letter is going to be right here in the middle. If you have a lot of letters, make sure your letter is tall and skinny. What we're doing is making sure that our letters touch the top of the triangle and touch all the way down at the bottom. I do not want to see letters that look like this. Okay. Your letters must be tall and long and stretch all the way up and all the way bottom. Now your letters are going to look weird and it's okay. That's the whole point. If you notice, I did capital letters. It just helps me understand. Like, it's hard for me to think of lowercase letters really tall. It helps me understand it better just to do capital letters really tall. Let's switch over and talk about a even number of letters. So Emma has 2 letters in the middle. Okay, so we have 2 letters that are going to be right next to each other in the middle. So my 2 M's. Will look like this. All right. Your 2 letters should be right in the middle, making sure you have enough room on each side for the rest of your letters. Your next step is to add the rest of your letters. Friends, when I say draw light, draw lights. A lot of times we think it's going to fit, but it doesn't. So what I want you to do is very carefully finish adding in your letters. Super light. Make sure they all fit. Okay. I'm doing it so light you could probably barely see it. So my E is going to have a diagonal line. It's touching the top of this line right over here. And my R I'm going to go to the other side. It should look like it's going from short to tall to short again. It should look just like a triangle if you did it correctly. Let me even letter name friends. So again, with the E, it's going to look diagonal. You want to do your best to try and fill up the space as much as you can. Capital A. All right. Again, short to tall to short, just like a triangle. Let's talk about the next step. So as you know, we're going to have our name fill up all these empty spots to create our radial name design. Let's first start by folding our paper. You want to fold it so you can read your name and you have an empty spot. All right, so fold your paper so you can see your name and you have an empty spot. What I want to show you is our magic maker. This is carbon paper. One side is dull, one side is shiny. When you get your paper, put it shiny side up. You want to see the shine. The next thing you're going to do is put your name design paper on top of it so you can read your name. What's going to happen is it's going to transfer your name on this empty side back here. All right. We're going to very slowly and carefully trace the letters of your name. Now, if you make a mistake, it's okay. Just keep going. I do not want you to erase these lines, and I'm going to show you in a minute why not. Okay, so I made a mistake, and it's okay. Just slowly and carefully do your best. You do not have to press too hard, just like you would write a regular letter. That amount of pressure. Your regular writing. Okay, almost done. And let's check out the other side. Dun, dun, dun. If you can read it, you did it wrong. If you can't read it, it is correct. So what is happening? We're starting to create our name design. Notice how these letters are matching up. That's why we wanted the letters to be super tall. The U's are making sort of a heart shape, and the A's are going to create some sort of fun shape over here. So you should have two triangles of the square filled in. Your next step is to fold it so you can read. So you can see both the designs. Again, shiny side up, put your artwork on top. It will not work. Oh, I meant to show you. Okay. Remember I said don't erase. So if you make a mistake and start to erase, any pressure you add onto this carbon paper, it'll look like this. Okay, so don't erase. You don't want to make your paper all messy, right? So next step, open it up and fold it so you see both name designs on one side. Put it on top of your carbon paper, shiny side up. Slowly and carefully trace the name you can read first. After you're done tracing the name you can read, you may move on to the name you can't read. After you've carefully traced both sides, take your carbon paper and put it back where you found it. You are done with that. You may open it up and see your final radial name design. Pretty cool, if you ask me. Your next step will be to get a Sharpie and very carefully go over top and trace your pencil lines again. The entire thing, even the names you cannot read. So very slowly and carefully go over top of your pencil lines and keep the lines that you want to keep. Very important to be neat on this step and to take your time. Anything that is done in Sharpie will be kept in Sharpie. and you can't get rid of it. All right, the next step after tracing in Sharpie is to get your big eraser and start erasing anything that is on your paper you do not want. Now, I remember telling you last year, but I will review this again, my art teacher trick for erasing. So I know sometimes when we erase, our paper goes like this. Now, if you use the hand yarn and make a shape of an L and erase inside that L, this will hold your paper safe so it does not crumple or wrinkle or make it messy. If I wanted to erase down here, I would have to move my hand inside the safety L. Okay. If you have all that dirty markups, you can erase that as well. You want your paper to be as clean as possible. We call this craftsmanship. And I'm going to keep erasing until it lightens up. I'm going over that same spot over and over. Perfect. It's light enough for me. Working on craftsmanship, the neatness of the work. It matters. Take your time and erase all the pencil marks. Once you feel like you've erased all the pencil marks, go ahead and ask a friend. Say, hey, friend, did I erase all my pencil marks? Do you see any pencil marks? They're going to actively look at your paper and tell you where you've missed. Sometimes a friend can see it better than you. Okay.